Sounds pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play footsie with you just
there. I mean, I don't even think you're gay or anything.
No, I'm...
It's 2017, Ricky.
Definitely not gay. But even if you're gay...
It's 2017.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be gay.
Not if there's anything wrong with that.
All right, everybody. Matthew got a tattoo.
Yeah, I got a
His first fucking tattoo.
Woo.
Right up in that motherfucker.
I know, right on my leg, right where the meat of my leg is.
In the meat of your leg.
Yeah, it was.
So for all you cannibals listening, you're like,
Yeah, living in the forest, you fucking cannibal. Anyways, yeah, it was weird because I didn't really expect it to happen on that night. I was just, my dad asked me, "Hey, you want to get a tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
What a cool dad.
It. I know.
Because he's like, "Hey, you want a fucking tattoo?"
Yeah.
All right. Why did it make your dad sound like Robert De Niro?
Because you love Robert De Niro, apparently.
No, I like Robert De Niro and like the old Robert De Niro, the mob movie Robert De Niro, but like new Robert De Niro kind of sucks because he's like doing stuff with Anne Hathaway and he's like in Nancy Meyers movies.
Yeah, he was in The Intern, right?
It makes him look really weak.
Yeah.
Ever since, I would say good De Niro ended at like maybe Goodfellas. That was like his last great film.
He wasn't in Departed, wasn't he? No, that was
Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
That was Jack Nicholson.
Nikki.
All right, folks. Well, hello and welcome to Shock Talk. This is episode 5. I'm your co-host Rick, aka Big Dick Rick, along with
Matthew, aka Whitest Boy in Cali.
And today our subjects are going to be the inauguration of President Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
And Matt's going to cover ISIS along with refugees.
Yeah.
So some pretty deep topics today.
Yeah. I'm going in deep, balls deep.
Balls deep. That's the best way to go, I imagine.
Yeah, I have never experienced that.
Balls deep. All right. So the inauguration of Donald Trump happened. That was a thing.
To be honest, that was the first time I've ever watched an inauguration.
Oh, really?
Because I was in school all the time and they never show it. I remember they showed Obama's, but they showed him dancing, like during the ball or whatever.
Oh my God.
So
because that's what the president does.
That was only like, I'm going to say like 5 minutes I watched it and then we just tuned it off and we're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Shit.
So yeah, this was the first time I actually thoroughly watched the inauguration.
What'd you think of it, to be honest?
It's something else.
It's like a lot of pomp and circumstance. It's like a president's graduation.
It's like a build-up to exactly. It's like a graduation. You have all the people that have been there before,
all the goddamn senators,
all the senators and shit.
Some people didn't show. And I'm sad to say that those people are mostly from California.
Yeah, well,
I watched Bush 2 twice. I watched both his inaugurations. I watched Obama, both of his, twice. I saw Trump's now. And, I'll be honest, the media portrayed it kind of like, oh, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
There's nobody here. Which, technically, they're right. There were less people there. Because I was looking at a picture on Reddit, and it was like Obama's 2012 inauguration, and then it had Trump's, and it was taken at the same time.
Yeah, people were comparing and shit.
It was like, Trump's definitely had less people, but for the news to go about it and be
no, they didn't because of the protests.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They had to cover the protests and how important those were. Fucking people, but they were like saying something like, "Oh, there's like nobody here." You're totally discounting the hundreds of thousands of people that were there.
Bitch, you're here.
I mean, I know, right? Bitch, you're here. So why the fuck are you? Oh, there's nobody here. Well, I guess you're nobody too, because you're not there.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah. What the hell is that?
That's a motorcycle.
That is a motorcycle, everybody. I'm so sorry about that. That is a loud Harley. So, anyways, nobody was there.
Yeah.
But people were there, and I didn't have a problem with it. The only problem I had was that the news was like making a big deal. They kind of turned like into bullies, and they're like making these people that voted for Trump feel like shit, which I'm going to be honest, like I didn't vote for Trump. Oh, thank you, motorcycle, for coming back down. I didn't vote for Trump, but I know people that did.
Yeah.
And I think they're nice people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not racist or sexist.
I watched it on You watched it. What channel did you watch it
I
on?
was flipping between ABC and NBC.
Oh, you're fucked.
I was fucked either way.
I was watching on C-SPAN, I think.
Oh.
Nobody was talking at all.
You know what? I probably should have done that.
It was just Trump. Well, I didn't know if you had the channel or not. It was just...
I don't think we do, because we have View.
It was like behind the scenes type shit.
Holy
it was really
shit.
cool. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then at the end, they would talk, but throughout the whole thing, they didn't talk.
What do you mean? Like, he would talk, right?
No, I mean, like, nobody. Like, the media and everything. Like you said, the media would talk.
Yeah.
In between, nobody talked.
We probably should have watched it on C-SPAN. I don't know if we have it, but we probably should have watched it on C-SPAN, because the clip that I'm going to play in a little bit from his speech is from C-SPAN. And when they introduce the clip on YouTube, we're not going to get to that introduction, but when they introduce it, they're like, and this is President Trump.
Score. Donald Trump.
He's going to be taking the inauguration now. And it's really like, it's almost like NPR.
Yeah.
But not as lame.
Yeah.
And it's just straight to the point. This is what we're showing you. Pay attention or don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Because we're free cable access. Doesn't fucking matter anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But they were talking. The news was making, like you were saying earlier, Matt, the news was making such a big fucking deal over the protests. And they're like, these are the most violent protests we've ever seen. I saw some dude breaking the windows of a Starbucks, which it pissed me off because I like Starbucks.
That's not a protest, too.
That's not a protest. That's a
riot.
fucking riot. And so I don't know what these people were fucking protesting, but you're not going to accomplish anything by breaking shit.
No, there has to be another way besides breaking shit.
Yeah.
You have to find another way.
I don't know, petitions or running for office or writing your fucking local senator.
Apparently they can't run for office because they're fucking dumb and they'll break shit.
I'm gonna make a generalization here. I'm gonna say that a good 75% of the people that protest probably didn't even vote.
Yeah.
Or aren't even old enough to vote.
Yeah, that was like how it was here in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people here
on the fucking freeways.
Well, people protest on the freeways, but then people walk out of school. They use it as an excuse to walk out of school because they're like, I'm gonna get out of class.
That was
fuck Trump, man. And they're gonna walk out, and they have no clue what's taking on in the political arena.
Meanwhile, they want to know why they got Fs.
Yeah, I know. It's so fucking stupid.
Anyways.
Oh my god. And they want to talk about him in pissing on hookers, right? Or whatever. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh boy.
That was great. That was good
media.
Good media. Quality media there.
Man.
Good reporting.
I wish I was at the time where media was actually good to watch.
Yeah, I think that was in the 50s, so none of us were here, Matt.
Never mind. I could go back in time. Never mind.
I wish we could go back in time.
Well, I'll figure it out one day.
Maybe we have. We just don't know. Yeah, I think the aliens are the ones that are us in the future. Think
Ricky,
about it.
You're going somewhere deep.
All right. About. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna do that today, but that's gonna be our next.
Coming soon.
Yeah, hopefully not then, because I have a lot of alien shit in my head, and I want to get it out for everybody to know.
I know you do. Keep building it up.
Secret space program, all that shit. I'm into all these conspiracies, man. I gotta fill my time on Reddit. You know.
Kill him.
Oh my god.
All right.
So anyways, yeah, the news is being a bunch of bullies to everybody that was there, but I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip from President Trump's inauguration speech. It's just gonna be a short clip. It's less than a minute. And the problem that I had with the news is what they were doing is everything that he said, they're like, oh, he's being very combative. His speech is the most combative I've ever seen. Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Yeah. Come on. Take it easy. He's all about putting America first. I don't see the problem with putting America first. We're in fucking America. Of course,
I think that's
the president.
Problem, Ricky.
Oh yeah, because we have to care about other countries before we care about us.
Yeah,
I forgot.
But we can't surely fix ourselves, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we have to have pet projects around the world. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and play that clip.
We've enriched foreign industry at the expense of American industry, subsidized the armies of other countries while allowing for the very sad depletion of our military. We've defended other nations' borders while refusing to defend our own. And spent trillions and trillions of dollars overseas while America's infrastructure has fallen into disrepair and decay. We've made other countries rich while the wealth, strength, and confidence of our country has dissipated over the horizon.
So
the horizon.
right, let's take a minute here. Okay, let me start off.
Ricky, make sure you do his hand movements.
All right, I'm gonna do the okay fingers with my, because that's what he does.
I wonder how the sign language person does it. He's like, fuck.
He's like, I can't fucking do this shit. He just quits. He's like, I'm out.
And the wave.
No, okay. First of all, this fucking guy. Okay, so he made some points.
Yeah.
Right. You know, about helping other countries' militaries, which is true. We do give Israel, I believe, I want to say to the tune of a couple billion a year in support militarily by giving them arms and stuff like that. So the problem with that is when the Palestinians see bombs land on their territory, they have U.S. flags on them. So this is why our fucking nation is shit around the world. That's why when you go to Europe, don't tell people you're American. Say I'm Canadian, because they don't care about Canadians.
Oh, Canadian.
Yeah, just be like, oh no, a boot, and a boot.
I love Canadians.
Yeah, okay. I do too. They're pretty cool. They're like the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, and I think that's what he's getting at, and I don't know about his comment where he's like, we're depleting our military. First of all, we spend more on our military than the next 8 countries combined, 7 of which are our allies.
And he wants to up that motherfucking military.
No.
He wants to make it to like fucking...
We need to half that.
Yeah.
We need to half what we spend on the military and take whatever that money is and put it into building bridges and roads and shit.
And
How
wall.
About making a fucking... yeah, no fucking wall. Fucking man. Well, he's going to do it.
Yeah, apparently.
He's going to do it.
We'll see about that.
We'll see. But anyways, yeah, the media, they were all fucking... They were like, oh my God, this speech is the most combative speech we've ever heard in our lives.
Yeah.
Bitch, how many speeches have you heard in your goddamn lives? How combative is it? He was all about America first, which the president of America should be America first, right?
No.
You should give 2 fucks about other countries and only care about your country.
In my opinion, I think we should fix ourselves first because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
People,
I agree,
we don't know what the fuck we're doing. No. And I think helping other people in general, right now, the way we are, not going to help.
Here's the thing. You said it right there. That's the big thing. The thing is, we help other people, but the way that we help other people is by going in militarily.
Yeah.
Why don't we shift that to being a humanitarian help? So like if there's natural disasters around the world, why don't we go help them? Instead of militarily, why don't we go help the people that are poor or people that need our help? We could use a PR boost. I'm just going to say as a country. Yeah. Because our name out there is shit right now. Like nobody likes us. I mean, maybe Canada, because they like everybody, They have to like everybody. We're their southern neighbor. If they don't like us, we'll bomb them off the face of the map. And we'll take all their polar bears or whatever they have.
We'll take all their hockey rinks.
We'll take all their hockey rinks. We already have most of the teams. Who the fuck cares?
We could take Carey Price, too.
We could. I would like to see Carey Price here. So, we'll see. He's Canadian. I don't know if he'd ever leave home.
No. He'll die for his country.
But he didn't make that, his whole speech... I mean, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't combative. It wasn't. No, it was like, this is your victory. Thank you.
Straight to the point. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. His wife is so good looking.
Did you see Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton was eye fucking the shit out of her.
No, it was Ivanka.
Either one.
Yeah.
He was eye fucking both of them. He was thinking about fucking both of them at once.
He's like
motherfucker. He is an animal, that man. He is voracious, and he was biting his lip.
Then
and
again,
shit.
I mean, if you had to look to your right and you see Hillary Clinton on your side, it's like, I don't blame you, brother.
Oh man,
I don't blame you.
I saw her picture on the National Enquirer, the Globe, and she looked like goddamn Darth Sidious.
Yeah,
she was fucking gray, and her skin was falling off her face. I'm like, this got to be Photoshop. It wasn't. That's her without makeup.
The leader of the Senate.
Jesus Christ, man. Ooh, let the hate flow through you.
You are now part of us.
Oh my God. So they did get the nail on the head. The media did get the nail on the head in terms of reporting the numbers. The numbers were squiffy. There were less people there, obviously. Yeah. That wasn't a big thing. But then you got Trump's media team going out there and making statements like, oh, well, these are alternative facts, but there were really a lot of people.
Because media.
Alternative facts aren't actually facts, right?
Yeah.
They're like fake facts. that you make up to make yourself feel better.
Fact.
Yeah.
I'm a fat ass.
Fact. You fucking fight. That's what he says. So I think the big thing here is like, instead of worrying about how many fucking people showed up at goddamn inauguration, who the fuck cares? First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're president. So start presidenting, you know? Like start doing shit. And he signed like a fucking boatload of like executive orders, some of which I don't know if they're fully legal, but he did it. He like didn't give a shit. He's like, build a wall. Yep, I'll sign that shit.
He signed whatever was on that fucking paper.
He was like, take money away from abortion. I'll sign that shit. He was like, do whatever the fuck he wants. He's like the Don, you know, like the Don of the mafia that just like, you know, you go do this and you go do that and you go do this. Why does my Don sound Mexican, first of all?
You want to build that wall, don't you?
I do. No, I'm just joking.
I'm just kidding.
No, because then they got to use catapults to get over, you know, and then then you got like a bunch of like Mexican bodies splattered against the wall. That's not cool.
That reminds me of Lord of the Rings for some reason.
Where they were throwing the people in the catapults because they had like the bombs.
Yeah,
that's so stupid. I hate that movie.
What the fuck? Damn.
We'll get into that.
Shit.
But they were talking about the protests more, and all accounts that I've heard of, they weren't that bad.
No, I mean, in my opinion, when I'm watching it, it's like he's saying what he's saying, right? And he's been saying it for a while, so I think he would say it again.
Nothing's fucking new.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I mean, it's cool to watch it. It's nice to see that he's, you know, standing on higher ground, saying, okay, we're going to do this. He even did it yesterday. I don't know if you watched that.
Which one?
It was like post-media conference or something like... No, that wasn't yesterday. Some other day, I think. It was like a media type conference or whatever. And he's basically saying...
At the White House?
Yeah, no, in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
The Philadelphia thing. And he's like, okay, we're going to... Like the Mexican president situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, well, we couldn't talk to the Mexican president about building the wall or whatever, so fuck him. We're not going to talk to him or whatever. Yeah. But we're going to do this, and this. It's everything he said from the inauguration. Everything. So it's like, okay... He said what he was going to do. Is it going to be good for the American people? I don't know.
Here's the thing. I know he wants the Mexican president to build a wall. They can't even have like clean water.
I don't think that's going to work.
They're not going to pay for a fucking wall. Like they're not. The only way he's going to get him to pay for a wall is if we pay for it in the you know, to go in on it. We pay for it. And then he tells them, "Oh, you know that aid package we were going to send you? Yeah, fuck yourself. We're taking that, and that's going to go towards paying for
this." This is like World War Z type shit.
It really is.
With the big-ass wall with zombies climbing on top of each other. Fuck.
We have too many goddamn walls. We do.
Yeah.
And the
Berlin Wall was enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a while ago. They tore that shit up. Yeah. I think not that the problem is with the wall, is that the wall is such a stupid concept because...
It is.
You can go under a wall. You can go over a wall. They've shown the cartels digging under the wall, like literally tunnels straight under the wall, like for miles, like 20 miles back inland, and they go under and they end up like in downtown fucking San Diego.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stop people from coming over. You're just going to increase the price for the coyotes to bring people over. That's all you're doing. You're making the black market better.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, I've seen The Great Escape several times, and them sneaking out of the prison camp. It's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. It's
there's a chain fence, so it doesn't matter.
It's not that hard. You just got to clip that shit, and then you go through. But they were, I had heard people bitching and moaning because, you know how, like, did you watch the parade?
I didn't watch the parade.
All right.
I've only watched till the dinner, and then they cut it off, and I was
watching because I wanted to see the parade.
Oh,
like, that was the whole point. So, the parade, it's traditional for the president to get out and do like a little walk for a block, you know, and then wave at the people. But the place where he normally would get out was filled with protesters. So he was like, fuck those people. I'm not going to get out here. Instead, he gets out in front of his new hotel that's right there. So it's like free advertising. Genius. That's smart. Because now he's going to get people to book that fucking room. And they're going to be like, I want that hotel. I want the window right there where I'm looking right at the street where he was waving at people.
Yeah.
And he's going to sell that shit good.
That's smart.
That was smart.
Fucking Trump.
He's a smart business guy. I'm not going to lie. Like, he's a smart business guy. He went bankrupt 4 times, but...
Well, he did have a reality show, so there you go.
You can't be that dumb, right?
Yeah, you're fired.
You're fired.
No. What Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, since he's a new host, you're terminated.
You're terminated?
Yeah.
He says that?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing I've
You're
ever seen.
terminated.
Oh my god. Oh, Arnold. Arnold, you have to be like 80. How old are you?
Arnold's
You're too
awesome.
fucking old, Arnold.
He's
it's
a
ridiculous.
Terminator.
I love the part that they were. I was watching this video, and there was this lady, and she was bitching about Trump getting out and walking in front of his hotel, and she's like, "We shouldn't have to pay for his free advertising." And da 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 da. Bitch, what are we paying for? The news is the one showing it. Get mad at them. They're the ones paying for that shit.
You know,
we don't subsidize the news.
Anybody could bitch at anything now in days, so
God.
Especially that's pretty dumb to say. I don't know why they would say that.
I think because this was an interview
just because
at the
Trump
Women's
hotel.
March that was like the next day, and she was like this really liberal lady, and then she had to talk about education, and then she had to parade her like autistic kid in front of her and talk about he's got Asperger's and blah 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 blah. I say it that way on purpose, people. Asperger's. He said, because I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I'm gonna say it that way anyways. He's got Asperger's. That's probably not the right way, right? I'm saying it wrong.
I don't think it is.
What's the right way to say it?
I don't know.
I've said it like that my whole life. How do you say it? No, I'm being honest. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
I'm dead.
Is it Asperger's?
I don't know anymore.
I'm
gonna look it up.
All right, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm probably not saying it right. But I've said it like that my whole life, so that's probably not the right way to say it, though.
Oh fuck.
But anyway, she brought her kid out, and then he was literally wearing a sign on the back of his back, like a poster-sized sign that says Asperger's.
No, you're right.
FTW.
You're right.
I'm right? Oh, so I said it right then.
Yeah, you said it right.
All right, cool. But it's Asperger's FTW. And when the interviewer was asking him, what does FTW mean? She said, for the win. No, it doesn't. It means first to win.
No, because that's on my gamer tag. So I don't think that's what it is.
It's first to win.
There's many terms.
First of all,
for FTW.
She probably has him. I'm gonna offend a lot of people here, but his kid's probably autistic because this lady's like 50. So obviously she had the kid because he's only 14. She had the kid when she was in her 40s. She probably shouldn't have had kids because the older you get, the more of a chance you run into like mental instability in your children. Like they'll have mental issues or developmental issues.
Yeah.
And they tell you that. Your doctor tells you that when you go get your checkups as a female. They're like, hey, you're getting up that age. You probably shouldn't be having kids.
I think you should stop.
Yeah, I think you should stop. But anyway, she paraded her kid in front of her. And the interviewer
that's
is like,
kind of wrong to do.
Yeah. He's like, well, what the fuck? You bring your kid into this? Like, I'm talking to you, you know? And like, she has to like pull. That's the thing that I hate about people that are like way to the left. They're like, we need your sympathy points. It's the what's the term again? It's the victim Olympics. That's what it is.
Victim Olympics, yeah.
Anybody who has the most victimhood credit, that's who wins.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. Look, I feel sorry that your kid has Asperger's, but that's not my fault, and that's not my problem. You don't need to bring him into this conversation with you and an interviewer who's asking you a fundamental question about your beliefs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It seems kind of stupid. And the comments on the video were like bagging on this lady. They were like, who the fuck brings their goddamn kid out here to parade him around? And the shittiest part, who the fuck is this guy? But the fucking crackhead essays. Then the lady, she was like talking about him, and then they introduced the kid, and the kid's like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like talking in like little murmurs and mumbles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're fine, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't know anybody who's that awkward personally. Actually, I do. I shouldn't say anything, but I do. I'm just not going to I'm not going to say their name on air, but I know people that are that awkward. But why did she have to do that?
I don't know. Because they want to feel sorry for her.
But it shows like the polarization, right?
Yeah,
like you have that lady clear on the left, and then you have Trump and like all his crew on the right. And it's like, why can't we all meet in the center somewhere?
Because we can't, Ricky. This is the world we live in.
I don't get it, man.
We're fucked up.
I don't fucking get it. But speaking of right wing, crazy, I'm gonna play this clip. It's gonna end my little rant here. It's my favorite person, Alex Jones.
Oh boy.
And the reason why he's my favorite person is not because I believe everything he says. Although if you're into conspiracy theories, you got to listen to Alex Jones because he's got some shit.
Yeah.
He's got some shit to tell you. Alex Jones, David Icke, all those guys. You can listen to them and it'll blow your mind. But I don't agree with him politically. He has some funny ass points. But I want to play this clip because he was like orgasming as he's talking about Trump, and he literally, like, it looked like he was coming in his pants as he was talking. And I want everybody to hear his voice and how frustrated and I'm Alex Jones. You know, he has a unique sound. I love his voice. It's hilarious. You gotta listen to this.
Sounds like Al Gore.
It's like the opposite of Al Gore, because Al Gore's like, I'm Al Gore and I want your vote. You know, that's how Al Gore sounds. Yeah. But this guy, he's like, oh, fuck you, and the terrorists, and not even that. He talks about like the Illuminati all the time.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
we all know. Kind of, you talk about that all the time. You're kind of funky in the head. Anyways, I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be the last little clip. Then we're gonna go over to the serious shit. So let's get this going.
I'm going to go get settled down in an office and just take a shower or something and just get on my knees and pray to God. I'll be honest with you, I want to get in a room by myself and hit my knees and start crying because this is so good. And I'm telling you, man, the evil's going to strike back, but we got to be watching them. We got to be ready. But we know who they are. We know their plan. And I got to say it. It's been InfoWars. It's been InfoWars and you, the people, and our analysis has led the way as the blueprint battle plan to blow the hell out of them. I'll tell you, people always want me to take credit. I'm a humble person, but we need to take credit just to know what we're doing is working. InfoWars and our guests and myself and you, the listeners, the eyes and ears on the ground, and Matt Drudge and all of us together are the InfoWar. We are the blueprint and the operating system that just kicked the New World Order's ass. We got it. It's America 2.0, supercharged, ready, coming, committed. In our spirit, Trump shares 1,000 to 1, and our president's even got the name Trump. So get ready. Yeah.
So there, I don't know what to say about that. Here's the key points, Matt. Here's the key points. Listen to me. This is serious shit.
Yeah, listen.
America 2.0. Trump is his name, and he trumps other people. He's going to blow the hell out of something. And he is very passionate. He also likes to get in his room, shower, and pray. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But he is so goddamn passionate.
The video, if you ever look this up, people, it's on the Alex Jones channel.
I'll put the links for all the videos on our thing.
Historic. I love watching the little girl in the beginning because she's like laughing her ass off. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then I'm like,
he's like surrounded in a crowd. The inauguration just took place. Trump is done. He's walking off with his beautiful wife, and Alex Jones is flipping the fuck out, and he's talking about like, "Oh, we want America 2.0, America 2.0, America, fuck yeah," and it was the best clip I found on the internet that I had to share with everybody. I was like, this is the greatest thing. I'll put all these links for these clips in with our podcast video or podcast episode on the website. So when you get a chance, check them out. It's good. This whole clip itself is over 35 minutes, almost 36 minutes. Trump's speech is pretty long too, so we can't play it all, obviously.
Him outside yelling.
It's the best though.
I can't watch that for 35 minutes. I can only watch that couple minutes and be like, or a couple seconds and be like, okay.
Matthew, I watched all 35 minutes. How dare you judge that man?
Fuck you, Ricky.
He is amazing. That man's a patriot right there.
Yeah, he's a patriot. He wants that America 2.0. And he wants to get in that shower and pray to God.
He's going to get in that shower, and I don't think he's going to be praying to God when he does it. I'm
just going to be praying to Trump.
He's going to be like, Trump. Oh, yeah. America 2.0. Oh, my God. All right. All right, Matt. It's your turn. You're going to be bringing the serious shit here for us to learn. And it's not about America 2.0.
No.
It's about some serious religious nonsense and some crazy refugee situation.
All right.
So bring us the news. Bring us the heat.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going to bring it down like he said. Because I don't know if anything could top that. So, I've been researching a lot, and I've been very fascinated with a bunch of things that's been going on around the world.
For sure.
Primarily, ISIS is one of them. ISIS is like a group that I really just like, what the fuck, Like another thing, like Scientology.
Call them is.
Is.
There you go.
There you go. Is. Funny story. Actually, never mind. I can't talk about that.
Oh, fuck.
Never mind.
All right, after we're done.
I'll talk about it after, yeah.
Okay.
And I want to talk about the refugees in the Middle East and Afghanistan, all around the European part of the area.
Some of them are trapped.
Yeah, some of them are trapped, living on the streets. It's fucking terrible. But I want to start off with one thing. Omar Martin, you remember him?
Yeah, he's the fucker that killed a bunch of gay dudes in a nightclub in Orlando.
Yeah.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I love gay people.
They're awesome people,
Why would you hurt a gay person?
Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
In my mind. So, Omar Martin obviously he was killed, right? Or was he arrested?
Oh, that fool got shot the fuck up.
He got shot, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
arrested. He's off fucking his virgins now, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's fucking some god.
Maybe they're fucking him. Pegging. Yeah. Look that up. Siri, look up pegging photos. All right, I'm done.
Oh, fuck. So Omar Matin's wife was arrested in San Francisco on Monday. And obviously, that was the wife of... not the wife. The wife...
Yeah, that was his wife.
The wife. I fucked that up then.
No, that's his wife. No, his wife.
What's the wife's name? Salman. Never mind.
Salman.
Okay.
Salman.
So the wife...
Not salmon.
No. But the wife got arrested and was, obviously she was charged with a bunch of stuff. And what I find really creepy, in my mind, is the text message.
Ooh.
The text message that was sent between both of them. So...
Do it to it, man.
Salman, the wife...
Oh, do you want me to do one of the voices?
Oh, you want to do it like that?
I could do that.
You do the wife.
I'll do the wife.
Yeah, and I'll do Mateen.
I'll talk like this.
Yeah, totally.
It sounds creepier, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I'll do it that way. Salman. Where are you?
Mateen responded. Do you see what's happening?
Salman replied. No. Question mark.
Mateen then responded. I love you, babe.
And that's exactly what a terrorist would respond with. I love you, babe.
So, really, when you think about it, after you shoot up a bunch of people, if I were to, let's just say, hypothetically, hey, I shot up a lot of people, I'm going to text my wife and say, I love you. Yeah, that's going to work.
Shit. I love you while I'm murdering 50 people.
Yeah, and it's... In defense with the wife, I think really she knew. Maybe she didn't know.
She knew.
She knew probably like what was going on with his head.
She went with him to go buy bullets.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
She went with him. He went to go buy bullets, and she was with him at the time.
Yeah. Well, what the she's going to prison.
Be using bullets.
She's going to prison for a long time just because number one, she was with the family too, and where she was living with while she left to San Francisco or whatever. So she's going to be charged. And she's going back to Florida to get charged. Ooh. So it's going to be a long time prison for her.
There's one thing you don't want to be in. It's a Florida prison during the summer. Hot shits and sweats.
Oof. God, have you been there before?
I've never been to Florida. I think it's like a shithole.
Yeah.
The only reason I'd go would be for Disney World.
Yeah, well, I don't think Disney World's that good, so...
Oh, shit. Don't tell your sister that. She wants to go.
I want to go, too, just to see stupid people, but we'll get into that later. So really it comes into mind with all this and what I think of ISIS in general.
ISIS,
as you like to say. I think ISIS is a dog pile of shit.
You mean a pile of dog shit? Not a dog pile of shit.
Dog pile of shit.
Dog pile of shit would be us and like a bunch of other dudes in a pile covered in shit.
Pile of dog shit.
There you go. That's what you meant.
There you go.
I was like, I don't want to be covered in shit, Matt.
Well, they're covered in shit most of the time where they live.
Usually.
Boom! Oh, got him. Anyways, in my mind, ISIS, if anybody... follows them. First off, you're fucking dumb because you think you believe in some moral higher God that is telling you to kill all these people. You're fucking dumb, apparently. ISIS kind of reminds me of... Well, go on.
Well, to be honest, we don't know if God wants you to kill people. I've never met God. Their book says to kill people.
they're God, basically. You know how they talk. You know how they are.
I don't understand Arabic, though, so I don't understand what the fuck they're saying.
They translate it and all that shit, but...
Yeah, but I don't know if they're telling me the truth. Think about it.
Well, if they're shooting up the fucking place, you...
Oh, yeah, then they hate me for some reason, for sure.
So...
Yeah.
They hate you.
If they're shooting a place where I was, then
yeah.
obviously they hate me for something, too.
Yeah, fuck you, Starbucks.
You fucking white privilege.
Damn, imagine that.
Oh, my God.
But really...
It wouldn't be a surprise.
Rick, I kind of came with an assumption with ISIS. If I could share, or not share, but compare it to a religion out there, I think it kind of comes close to, I don't know, if you're believing in some one thing and you think it's going to benefit you in life and by shooting up people, whatever, I kind of think of it as the opposite of Scientology. Or do you think of it as
where they're all about
you support a higher being, support yourself, you're supporting the whole world, not shooting up people, obviously, but you're really shooting up something in your arm if you're thinking that way, let's just say. But I kind of compare it to that just because there's a massive following, massive following like the Middle East with ISIS and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of think of it that way in Scientology. There's a massive following with them also. I mean, do you think that way too, or like?
I think that way. The only difference, well, Scientology, they can get kind of violent sometimes, or they can.
From what I know,
be kind of impersonal.
Yeah, but see, they don't show it.
No. But they don't. I've never heard of a Scientologist shooting up a building or blowing themselves up in the name of Scientology or L. Ron Hubbard, and I don't think that they would. No. I hope they wouldn't.
Because they want to protect the world.
Yeah, all the, Emperor Zurg or whoever the fuck their enemy is. Is that from Toy Story? That was from Toy Story, right? Oops. I fucked that one up. Same shit. It's probably the same legitimacy as Emperor Zurg. Because their Xenu, which is theirs, doesn't exist either.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah. I mean, I see the Scientology comparison. Yeah. But I think, it's... They're kind of in their own. I have a theory with Islam as a whole. And I think my theory is the reason why a lot of Islam teaches violence, or there's groups of Islam that teach violence to their followers, is because they're a religion that never went through the Reformation, the Enlightenment era.
Yeah.
Whereas like Catholicism, Orthodoxy, and Christianity did.
Mm-hmm.
And Judaism did as well. But for some reason, that's the one Abrahamic religion that never went through that period in time, so they're still stuck in the fucking dark ages in terms of like dogma.
Yeah. And they decide to shoot up fucking stuff and kill people and all that. So
it's not everybody.
I know it's not.
Obviously.
I'm not saying it's everybody,
but it's
for the
ISIS,
people. Yeah.
And throwing people off buildings for being gay.
Yeah.
And it's
just
so
stupid reasons. It's like Nazis.
It is. It's exactly like Nazis.
Yeah, it's horrifyingly terrible, and I feel bad for the people that live in the Middle East, like the refugees and everything, just because they had houses before, all that stuff, and let's just say one day an ISIS member comes up, shoots your fucking house. Now you got nowhere to go or
tries to recruit you and you don't want to go. Or tries to
recruit you. Imagine getting recruited by like your little kid or something. An ISIS member comes up and say, "Hey, I want to recruit you," and blah blah, take you by force. Imagine that fucking father and mother, man.
This is where my Americanism comes in. We got guns here. You got somebody coming up to your door trying to recruit you for shit.
Yeah.
Put a gun in that fool's face, blow him away. Be like, "Hey, I'm recruiting you for nothing, motherfucker. I ain't gonna believe in nothing." This is why I'm a huge Second Amendment supporter, because I was like, look. You couldn't pull that shit here. Not in this country. You try and do that shit, fuck you. We're blowing you away. Yeah. We love guns here. Whereas over there, like, I don't think that they're allowed to have guns for the most part, unless you're in the military or you receive some sort of license.
I think over there I think it doesn't matter really.
Well, not now because there's like no law.
Yeah, there's no law actually. It's like fucking all. Doesn't matter.
That's
all for
true.
one.
They get the good guns though. They get like those AK-47s.
They ain't good guns.
AK-47s are great guns.
I never shot an AK, so I don't know.
Kalashnikovs, those are like the best guns too, because you can throw them through mud and muck, and they still keep firing.
Yeah, I use that in Call of Duty.
Everybody does. Everyone does.
Yeah, that's good times. Anyways, speaking, refugees in Siberia.
Serbia.
Siberia's
in Russia, dude. Serbia. There you go.
I can't say it right. I'm sorry,
I'm sure there's refugees in Siberia though too.
It doesn't matter. They're everywhere in Europe and everything. Apparently,
you're like, doesn't fucking matter.
They're everywhere. Matter, apparently. If you had to take a guess, how many were living on the streets?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give two shits about Serbia or any other country for that matter, except for Mexico. I like Mexico because half my family's from there.
Yeah,
but I would say, I don't know, 500 or something.
500? That's a little bit. 7,000.
Shit, son.
7,000 are living on the streets as of right. Well, maybe more than 7,000 as we speak, as we're talking right now.
Like straight up homeless.
Straight up homeless people living on the streets, living on camp and all that stuff. Imagine going through winter and the fall and everything.
And it's winter right now.
Yeah. Imagine. That's fucking terrible. With their little kids.
Jesus.
1,000. This is what I know got from a website, but 1,500 people living on the streets, most of whom are from Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Two countries that we bomb the shit out of constantly.
There you go. That just explains about how innocent people, they lose their homes and shit. Let's just say from the bombings, you know. You never, hit, and they're living on the streets now. And for whatever reason, it was just because of a bomb, whatever, or something. It's fucking terrible.
It's so crazy. I grew up with a guy, his family is from Afghanistan, and I'd known him since we were in kindergarten. And then when we went to, I believe it was junior high, he ended up moving to Corona.
Yeah.
And I recontacted him after when I was in college to see how he was doing and stuff. Nice dude. He's in medical school right now, and he's getting his degree. He's becoming a doctor, and he's paying his way through. Super nice guy. I've never met anybody from... Oh, no, I have. I used to have a boss from Pakistan. Her family's all Pakistani.
Yeah.
Super nice people. And yeah, they were Muslim, and yeah, they were devout, but she didn't wear the veil or the head scarf thing.
Okay.
And they were nice peeps. It's not a big deal. But like what you said with all these people from Afghanistan, I mean, how many of them have to be kids? There's got to be a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. There's 60%
Fuck.
are minors.
And they don't have anybody with them, right? Or
well, I mean, yeah, maybe they have, their mom and dad, maybe their moms, or maybe they're alone.
And that's got to be fucked up because what if some like crazy child molester dude just like abducts a bunch of them?
I feel over there, it's so bad over there right now. I think, like I said before, it's like all for one type of shit. You can't trust anybody out there. Nobody.
Well, that's Eastern Europe. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah,
period.
You can't trust anybody.
I've seen Hostel. I know what goes on.
Oh God, I don't even remind me of that movie. 150 people enter. I can't say that. I'm sorry. Siberia. I'm saying that's wrong. Irregularly every day, and half of them are minors.
Shit. So it's just increasing on a daily basis. It just
keeps increasing. As we're talking, it could be increasing right now.
That's ridiculous. It's like, how do they make their way? First of all, if you're a kid,
yeah,
how the fuck do you make your way from Afghanistan, which is like all hills and shit, rocks basically?
I don't know, man.
Do you see that movie with Marky Mark?
Yeah,
the Lone Survivor.
Yeah,
that shit's all rocks. It's like Greece.
Yeah,
how do you make your way from there to fucking Serbia? Now you got, I'm gonna say Siberia too. Fuck.
Fucker.
Sorry. From Afghanistan to Serbia. That's
Serbia,
what I mean.
Yeah. But really, it's kind of sad to see this type of stuff and around the world. I mean, luckily enough, we don't have it here, and yeah, it hits you like right in the heart. It makes you think like, fuck, I have it so good and all this stuff. I feel we should feel more what's the word for, like, we should
like
feel
compassion.
Yeah, about how we live our lives and stuff, because we gotta take stuff for granted, you know.
Yeah.
And most of us out here, we don't do that at all. And I for one, I can agree. I don't take stuff for granted, you know. And I feel now when I look at this, it's like, fuck, I have it so much,
much easier, man.
So much easier. And I feel so bad to see them like this, and you know, whether it was, you know, they lost their homes because of bombings, or, you know, ISIS, you like to say. You know, it's just a sad thing to say, to read and all this stuff. And, you know, Ricky, should we accept refugees in America? Because there's been a lot of talk about, you know, before the election, sometimes people were talking about, you know, maybe we should.
Yeah.
We should, you know, we shouldn't. Should we actually? Because if you really think about it, we have hobos on the streets, homeless people. They live in...
I like how you called them hobos.
Hobos.
I don't think they use that. They haven't used that since 1937.
Hobos. You know, I play bully a lot.
Oh my God, man.
So they call them...
You actually
hobos.
called them hobos.
Hobos.
They're not... They haven't been called that since, like, the Depression.
Homeless people.
There you go.
Ricky.
Home challenged.
Home challenged?
I don't know. I'm trying to make up a politically correct term.
Homeless people living on the streets.
Hobos.
Yeah, whatever. So you have, like, all these homeless people, and you think, you know, we should help them out, because we, you know, sometimes we can't help them out, and they die every day. You know, it's sad to see that.
Yeah.
And, you know, what they had once a wonderful... It makes you think they had once a wonderful life and everything. And then, like, what happened? You know, how did everything go down from there? How did they live on the streets and all that? So, should we accept refugees in America?
Wow. Well, you just threw a shitload of questions at me, because here's my thing with homeless people. A lot of them receive benefit checks from the government already as it is. I know this because I had family that worked in a bank in downtown LA close to Skid Row, and every month, on the month, they'd come in and cash checks that they received, and it had U.S. Treasury on the actual check. So they do get benefits. A lot of them, and I've watched documentaries consistently, especially the people that work or live on Skid Row, they choose to live in the street.
Interesting.
It's because maybe, you know, they first started because of a drug addiction or something.
Yeah.
But some people just really like to live like a transient kind of lifestyle.
It's mostly...
It's
because
very
of drug
freeing.
addiction, yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly because of drug addiction or mental illness.
Yeah.
But a lot of them do receive help. They just choose to not act on that help.
There's a lot of people that, even out here, they don't want the help. They don't want, because they want to do it themselves. And, you know, I understand that.
Yeah, it's a pride thing. Yeah. I get it. But in terms of these refugees, like, my big worry is ISIS.
Yeah.
What if somebody who is in ISIS sneaks in? We already have people shooting up clubs. We had a wife and husband shooting up a building in San Bernardino.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, my issue is, and I've done a lot of research, is Islam as a whole. When you can paint it in whatever beautiful light you want. I personally hate all religion. I'm sure you agree to some degree.
I don't believe in it. Yeah.
I don't believe in any religion. I think that it shouldn't exist, and the world would be probably safer without it.
Yeah.
But I think also with this religion in particular, being the one that really does a lot of violent shit around the world, especially right now, it's because of their teachings. And it's because of that they may not mesh well with Western culture in terms of importing. I know you've seen a lot of the attacks in Europe, right?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, every time I tune in on CNN,
a lot of those are refugees.
And all that. Yeah, because I feel that, like, they have nothing left. They got nothing left to lose or something. So they, like, decided to take their own hate and onto other people, undeserving people.
Exactly. And
it's, you know, it sucks to see that. And I kind of agree with you, because if there's a way to check, you know, if by some meaning there was, like, enough power in the world to check, hey, were you formed? Like, were you, are you like an ISIS member? Who are you? Like, where were you before, basically?
Yeah.
There's a way to check, accept them to America, and if there's something wrong with them, maybe we should, fix that, whatever, blah, blah. I mean, it would be nice to have them over, let them start over, clean slate.
But who's going to foot the bill, too?
Exactly.
The American people?
Yeah. I don't know.
And not everybody agrees.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should make people pay for them to be on benefits here when we have so many people here that already need that help.
There's a lot of people out here that really, really are
they're struggling.
They're struggling, yeah. So
I mean, I've driven through Inglewood. I've driven through Watts.
Oh yeah.
Those places are not by any means glorious places.
No, not anymore.
I wouldn't want to live there. And I think we need to help those communities first
before we
start helping people from outside of our country.
Yeah, first. America first.
It's
Donald Trump would say.
I mean, I'm not for Donald Trump but I mean, like,
I think that's reasonable, though.
Yeah. If for some reason, if somehow you're able to accept like whole families, and they come in and they say, they sign us a paper or something that says we will not use government help or anything. We'll use charities and all that stuff to get by, and they do make it, then yes, for sure. But I personally, I've done the research, and alone in England alone, they've polled Muslims that live there, and they've asked them the question, like, do you believe that homosexuals should be put to death for their lifestyle?
Yeah, some of them are like...
And it's like 80% of just general Muslims.
Yeah.
Not like radical Muslims or anything. And it's like, it's because their beliefs are inconsistent with Western ideals that I think that we just...
Everything
we can help them there.
Yeah.
But I don't know about helping them to come here.
Everything that they learn from their religion and shit, it's like got them fucked up in the head.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
if you're
such a sad... I saw that poll, actually.
Yeah.
You sent me, and I'm like, fuck.
It's so fucked up. They believe your wife should always obey the husband no matter what. They believe Sharia law should be the law of the land. And it's like, these are high percentages on these polls, like 78%, 80%, 95%, 85%. And these are conventional, regular Muslims. These aren't the ones that we think of as terrorists, but they believe in these things that, I mean... It's already enough that we have crazy people here that think that gay people should die and that aren't Muslim. Why do we need to bring more people in with those kinds of ideals? No offense to them. I think, as I said earlier, our military can go over there to help them. Humanitarian, aid. But I think if they want ISIS to stop existing and they are really that moderate, then they need to fight it from within.
Yeah, that's another thing I think they can't. I think we would get involved. America, in general, I think we would get involved in that fight if that were to happen.
I don't want to.
But I think that's basically what America and what the president maybe would do. Just because America wants to get involved in shit, which I think is not fair.
We're involved with too much.
I know we're involved with a lot of shit right now, so I don't know. I mean, I agree. I think we shouldn't. I think we should worry about what's going on here, like I said before, because we have a lot of shit to work out in America as of now, and out there, it's just think of it. It's not as worse as out there, because out there it's fucked.
Yeah, I love this country. I love it so much that I want to protect it and make sure it's safe.
Yeah, and
if that means we have to be kind of dicks and not let people in, well, then we have to be dicks and not let people in. I mean, have you looked at Australia?
Oh, yeah.
They have people that land in Australia. They send them to a fucking island, to a detention center, and they leave them there for years to fucking rot.
Mm-hmm.
And we all talk about Australia like it's some beautiful paradise. Yeah, they're great, but their government hates refugees, and they don't want anybody in there, and they're not accepting people, and it's really hard to emigrate, and you can't even immigrate there illegally because they'll catch you on a goddamn boat and they'll send you to this fucking island. So why are we the bad guys for wanting to protect our citizens here? I don't think that's a bad thing. It's not racist to assess a threat and think, oh, it's a threat, regardless of what their religion or belief is. Yeah. Any threat is a threat.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, you're racist. You don't want these people in. You know what? Go fuck yourself. If you think they're so great, go live in Riyadh. And tell me how wonderful their freedom is over there. Because I guarantee you steal anything, you're going to get your hand cut off. If you're a woman and you cheat on your husband, you're going to be stoned to death in public.
Yeah.
We have great freedom here, and I want to keep that here. I don't want to import people that don't have that same ideal of freedom.
Just think about it, people. I mean, we're rioting and all this stuff. Many people are rioting. We live in a world that's bound with freedom, and I love America. I'm born in it. I have blood of American in me. So I think really when it comes down to it, all of us bitching and moaning about Trump and this and that, Black Lives Matter and all this stuff.
Pussies.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we could be worried about so much more, and
we need to fix ourselves.
It's like we need to fix ourselves first, and I don't think people like to do that. I think they like to look at all this shit and they're like, no, who gives a shit?
It's like this. I'm gonna say this comparison here. Like when you've had a really rough week. Yeah. You have a really rough week, and then you take like Saturday or Sunday, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna have a me day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna treat yourself. And you go out and buy yourself a couple things, get some nice meals, and you relax. Maybe you get a massage, something like that. Well, America's had some pretty shitty years. Yeah. So now, what's the problem with taking some me time and saying, you know what, let's focus in rather than focus out where we're spending so much? Why don't we spend some of that here? And, let's have a me year, and let's just treat ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I know it's a really bad comparison. No, you know what? It makes sense.
I love doing that,
Saturday, it feels good.
Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to take a break and, just hang out with myself and just watch wrestling and have fun with what I do. Every fucking time. No, I'm good. I don't want to go crazy while watching that shit, so.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
When I got
yeah, I know you did.
When I got high, I was like, oh my God, wrestling. That's when I found out that they use razor blades. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they razor themselves.
I had no.
Well, they don't do it anymore, but yeah, they did that then.
You want to get this shit wrapped up, man?
Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Again, you could follow us on our website, shocktalkpod.com. You can subscribe on iTunes and obviously on our homepage.
For sure.
Rate us on iTunes anyways. Actually, before we leave...
rate us 5 stars, please, on iTunes.
A couple of my fans... Yeah, we have fans.
Oh, wow. Yay.
Apparently, we got to check out the iTunes because apparently sometimes it doesn't play for them.
Oh, okay.
So I want to, we're going to figure that out.
So, sometimes I refresh the iTunes feed, and so maybe that's when it doesn't play.
Okay. Well, right now we'll just, we'll worry about that then. But in the meantime, just go on our website. We have our Twitter, Instagram, Shock Talk, obviously, new topics every single fucking time we come on here. And is that about it, Ricky?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you set it up there. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. You gave all the information. We're good to go. And I think, next time we're going to probably be covering the Super Bowl because that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about...
the Super Bowl and some sports and shit. It's going to be America. And I don't know, maybe I'll talk about weed or something. We'll see.
We'll see what you can talk about.
I know a lot about that subject.
Yeah, you do.
I am a pharmaco expert on that subject, so let's just get that going. And thank you, everybody, and just go ahead and rate us. That really will help us a lot if you can do that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We would really appreciate it, and take it easy and enjoy the rest of your day, or go jack off, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, sure.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Thank you, guys.